All right, let's get a bigger perspective from Diipesh Bhagtani, Executive Director, Jaycee Homes, and Ashutosh Limai, Head Research and Real Estate Intelligence Service, Jones Lang LaSalle. Ashutosh and Diipesh, thank you very much for joining me today on this show. It's a very interesting topic, and I'm going to start with you, Diipesh. You know, it's not easy because the cost, as the story highlighted, at which the Hiranandanis acquired land and the parcels of land that they acquired, POWAI is pretty much associated with that name. So how difficult has it been for other developers to really create a brand amongst the home buyers in this market?
I think we were the second developers who entered into POWAI after Hiranandani, and I could say that 8 years back it was pretty difficult to really match that name. And there was almost a 30% difference in the price that Hiranandani was quoting. But I think with time, as the transportation improved and the infrastructure improved, the JVLR came up, it became more easy to really market a brand. We came up with affordable housing there as well as premium housing. I don't see any problem right now, because right now we're getting a very good response, as there's not too much land available in POWAI as it is. So whatever we're getting response today has been excellent.
Fair enough. Ashutosh, is it simply a fact that, you know, there isn't that much of land available, so if you're going to be working on any amount of land parcel and can promise the buyer a reasonable quality of home, you will have a taker in POWAI area, it doesn't matter?
I think so, because POWAI proper, there is hardly any land parcel that is left. So now it's the extended POWAI that is now finding the home buyers' attention, and I think it is the areas of Chandivli, Saki Vihar Road, immediate surroundings of POWAI proper are now getting developed in a big way, and with good construction of houses. So we have now other good players doing good projects there. So within POWAI, since there is hardly any land parcel left, I think now it's turn of the surrounding areas, the fringe areas of POWAI to really be prominently emerge on the real estate map.
Ashutosh, the price appreciation charts for this market have been quite good actually, about 18 to 20% annualized. If you look at 48% appreciation over last 2.5 years. If you look at the inventory also, it's going down. Unsold supply has gone down from 500 to just about 200 odd levels. So is this a market which would, despite the fact that, you know, you keep reading Mumbai market, residential market is going to cool down a little bit, but can we put POWAI aside and say, not this one, here you will continue to see 18% sort of returns going forward?
I tend to agree to that, Manisha. So POWAI is like an oasis. It has got its own charm, it has got its own infrastructure, very well developed, and now it is so very well connected with the rest of the city, and the city is now coming towards POWAI. We have had SEEPs coming in the early 70s, we had the Andheri MIDC getting developed in the 70s and 80s. The commercial markets of Mumbai, the CBD is moving steadily northwards, and POWAI perfectly offers that environment to global corporates. I think POWAI, with its scenic charm, lake on one side and hill on the other, very well built infrastructure, and the quality of construction there being very high, I do agree to the fact that if at all Mumbai sees some sort of correction, POWAI will be the least to get hit and the last to get hit, if at all it does get hit.
All right, very interesting. So POWAI will perhaps be the last market to see a correction. Diipesh, in terms of developing it, because Hiranandani set up this whole example of developing townships, they had large land parcels. Is that something that you feel pressurized into doing as well? That, you know, townships is the way to go forward for developers in this market?
I think yes, townships in not only this market but in any market, township is the most important thing. And if you want to see a huge volume of construction, then you have to go in townships. I think we've been very fortunate to see Mr. Hiranandani acquire that kind of land at a much lesser price, but they actually gave a way that, you know, townships can bring up nice complexes, state-of-art buildings, which, you know, people also prefer. Getting up schools, getting up colleges in those complexes. So it's not always probably making one single building, but in townships it definitely helps not only the society but also as a developer. The profit margins could be high, and you could probably give a much better quality to your customers.
All right, in your own terms, what's the kind of appreciation, Diipesh, that you would sense POWAI may see for, or returns that home buyers may get out of buying a property in this market?
Well, our own properties have almost appreciated to 300% in the last 4-5 years. I see Powai appreciating probably 15 to 20% in the next 1.5 to 2 years, not more than that.
Not more than that, because the past appreciation probably has been far more
There's already high
hectic than
appreciation
the rest
there.
of the Mumbai market. All right, Ashutosh, one final question. You spoke about the infrastructure, you spoke about, you know, a lot of environment positives for Powai, the lake, etc. But in terms of accessibility from the mainland Mumbai, though you did say that it's moving, the concept of main Mumbai is moving from south to probably north. The infrastructure or just the travel issues, do they still concern you a little bit? Let's say from Bandra Kurla, Andheri East, which are some of the emerging commercial hubs ahead of Powai?
Not really. Powai is now quite in the center, and we have had good infrastructure projects implemented. So Jogeshwari Vikhroli Link Road, JVLR, I think has changed the situation quite positively. We also have other road projects which are under construction, bridges are getting built, and I think no more people travel all the way to South Mumbai, Fort Nariman Point area. I think more and more people are now traveling only up to Bandra Kurla or Andheri Kurla area, which is at a convenient distance from Powai, maybe a 30 minutes drive in normal situation. So I think Powai is far better placed now in terms of transportation infrastructure. Earlier people used to think that it is away from both the western line as well as the central line. But now fewer people use the train and more people use the road network. So I think Powai does not have too much of challenge on that front.
All right, Ashutosh and Diipesh, thank you very much for taking us through your insights into the Powai market. Interesting perspectives there. Seems like it's one of the most favored destinations for